Elizabeth, hello. Let me adjust my light just a little. Hi, Brandy. How you doing, boo? Hi, Pam. Hi, April. Hi, Megan. Hi, Tina. Hi, Megan. Hey, Miss Tammy. Hi, Keith. Hi, Rhonda. Good to see y'all tonight. Hi, Lee. Hi, Terry. Hi, June. Hi, Misty. How you doing, boo? Hi, Miss Gina. Hey, y'all. Thanks for all the follows over on my TikTok. Yay. Y'all helping to grow my little channel over there. Hi, Maria. You got the notice? Yeah, I did too. I'm going to have bubbly tonight. This is Bellini Bliss. This is peach, pineapple, and mango sparkling water. No calories, no artificial sweetener. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Sharon. I get parched when I sit here talking to y'all. How you doing? How you doing, Sonny? Wow, I got a lot of y'all with me tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is our personal Picasso night. Wait till you see. Did you look at my stories and see what I'm showing you how to paint tonight? Tammy did. She got a thumbs up. Girl, we're painting Midnight Majesty tonight. Oh, child. Look, I made these samples over a year ago and I hadn't picked this up since then. So let's hope, looky. Let's hope I remember how I painted these. I get them close anyway. So we're going to paint that tonight. Yes, I know it's so pretty. Since there's still quite a few people popping on, I want to tell you about our personal Picasso sale. I made some notes here so I don't forget. So personal Picasso only happens one time a year. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Peridot. Hi, Janice. Hi, Jessica. Personal Picasso happens one time a year. Typically, we only do one stroke in personal Picasso, but I've branched it out just a little bit this year. Personal Picasso runs all week this week, and I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go live every night for until next Sunday at 7 p.m. So I'll be live tomorrow night. I'll be live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and next Sunday to show you how to use a bunch of the stuff that's in the personal Picasso sale. What is personal Picasso? Personal Picasso is the hand painter's dream, basically. There are 4 kinds of paint in the personal Picasso sale. So let me go over that real quick. All of our one-stroke gel paints are in personal Picasso. That's what I'm going to be using tonight. Our Queen Ladybug liner gels, these are in the personal Picasso sale. Our gemstone gel paints here. Now the full set is sold out because there's 1 or 2 colors that we're sold out of, but you can pick and choose these. These are in the personal Picasso, and the sale is buy one, get one 50% off, okay? And I've turned that sale on live now. It's easy to find even. On the website, just go to your navigation bar, the 3 little lines on the side, click that. Personal Picasso is right at the top. If you're on the app, I have programmed it so it shows up right on the app as well. And then all of our watercolor palettes, our Russian watercolor palette, our travel palettes, our metallic palettes, any watercolor palette that's in stock is the buy one, get one 50% off as well. So that's all the paints, okay? Everybody following me? 4 kinds of paint: gemstone gel, liner gels, velvet touch, and watercolor. All of our brushes are over there. They're buy one, get one half off. And we have 4 brand new one-stroke brushes. All of our one-stroke brushes are moving to this color-coded handle. Once I flip the camera around, I'll show you these. They're in the buy one, get one half. What else? Hold on. Because it's one of our biggest painting sales of the year, that's why I'm going to go live every night until next Sunday night, so I can be sure that you know how to use what you're getting. Let's see, what else is over there? Lord. Okay, so brushes, paints. Oh, I dropped in, if Geneva's watching, she's gonna love this. I dropped in the wooden palette, so you can get this. You can buy one and get one 50% off. I also put in the Painter's Pro palette that I like to use for one stroke. I popped that over there. The watercolor brushes are there. And here's the biggie. Here's the biggie. The one stroke classes are 4 levels. There's rookie, intermediate, advanced, and elite. They're $199 per course. Those classes are over there, and they're buy one, get one 50% off. As a matter of fact, almost all of my online education, almost, not all of it, but almost, if it has anything to do with artsy kind of work, it's over there. So the classes are buy one, get one half. Press on nail classes there. Let's see, tortoiseshell. Look, the tortoiseshell nail art class is a mini class. It's only $9.95. You can get that half off if you get one that's the same or more of that. So your coupon code is Picasso, Picasso, all capitals, and that's good all week long. But some of the things are really low in quantities that are over here, and it'll tell you, like one of the brushes I was loading said we only had 6 of those left in stock. Thank you, Jess. There's your coupon code. So be sure you use that. I will be live every night this week. Tomorrow night, I'll be going live on my YouTube channel only. YouTube channel only. Because tomorrow night, we're going to do our first on paper watercolor painting. Child, stop it. Look, I painted this with this little travel palette. This is in the sale, and the brushes are in the sale. And the reason I want to go live on YouTube with this and not here is, I know what some people are going to say, Miss Tracy, I can't draw. There's no way I can paint that. Yeah, there is, boo. Hillary going to help me in the morning. She don't know it, but she's going to help me. I've put all of this little pack together today. So tomorrow, if you want to do this and you know you can't draw, you can get, I've already sketched out your pattern for you. We're going to download that as a PDF file. And if you grab the pack is only $9. You get the pattern. You get the class, even though it's going to be live on YouTube. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to drop that in your student portal so it's easy for you to go back and find. So your pattern will go to your student portal. Your class will go to your student portal. And you're going to get a copy. You will get a print made from my original that I'm going to send you in the snail mail. Honey? So yes, this is about a 3x4. And it's all kinds of goodies on here that I have used from our store, and then some crafty type things too. So I hope you join me. Anybody can watch the class. There's no charge for the class. Anybody can watch the class on YouTube. But if you need help with your patterns and getting your class downloaded, and you want a print made of my original, and it's not something that we just copy, I have high quality prints made. So we will send you the really nice print that you get from that for $9. Okay? Y'all with me? How you doing? Everybody doing okay? Thumbs up? Look, let me ask you something. Do you have food to eat? I would have to give you a thumbs up on that. Do you have a roof over your head? I'd have to give you a thumbs up on that. Are your bills paid? I'd have to give you a thumbs up on that. You know what? We can beat ourselves up because this time of year business slows down for a lot of us, especially supply like we are. But it also gives us the opportunity to reset and get my calendar planned out, like all the things that my mind doesn't have time to think about when we're really busy. I can do that right now. But if you have those 3 things, if you've got food and shelter and your bills are paid, did you know you are highly blessed? You are very, very blessed. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, okay? I know y'all are hanging on. You're waiting on my class schedule to come out. I'll have that out hopefully by the end of this week. Let me tell you, Miss Tracy is having to make a shift for 2026 because my little body can no longer hold out to teaching all the classes I'm teaching, filming all that I'm filming. I pull the work of about 3 or 4 people at least. So my class schedule will be out in just a little bit. Just hold on, and I'll have that for you. But one thing that, that I've always been, has kind of been my gifting is I can come into a salon, whether it's with the salon owner or the booth renter, or maybe it's your home salon, whatever. If you are struggling in that area, I would love to work with you this year. Since 2015, I've done a mentorship program, and I don't really advertise it because I only take a certain number of people at a time, okay? And when that gets backed up, then I can't take any more people until that kind of eases up a little. But one thing I'm really passionate about this year is helping my salon owners, my booth renters, however you serve in that capacity. Because in about 3 days I can come in and I know immediately, even after talking to you just a few hours, where there are areas in your business that you could see exponential growth, okay? Salon owners, do you want to make an extra $10,000 or $20,000 in the next 12 months? If that's you, I'd love to talk to you, and I would love to come into your personal space and be able to see that and see where the rubber meets the road. It's one thing to go sit in a class. That's okay. And those are all good. We need that. We need that motivation. We need to get with other people that are in our industry. But sometimes we go back to our little nook, our little nail nook, or our little nail haven, or whatever you want to call it, and we don't know how to implement there what we have learned in Texas or Tennessee or Virginia. Are y'all following me? Is anybody following me? Has that happened to you before? So you get back in the rhythm of seeing your clientele and you still don't know how to increase your income from there. And that's something I've been passionate about for a long, long time. So my 2026 education calendar is taking a whole shift this year so that I can allow for that in my schedule. If you are interested in that, you need to message me. Just message me here on the business page or wherever, email me, wherever. Because once my mentorship program is full for the year, I can't take anybody else. So it'll not only be offered that way, but if you want some digital mentorship, over the phone, over video, I've done it all. I mentored this salon, and I tell this story all the time, in New Zealand during the COVID, honey. And she was mobile like I was. And so I trained her for several days that I trained her back and forth. And not long ago, I got a message from her. She's like, Miss Tracy, she said, I am so busy since you have helped me. She said, I've had to hire somebody to help me run my mobile business. Yes, girl, that's what we wanted. So, there is a comfort in knowing if in the next 12 months I could increase my income $10,000, what would I do with that? But what if you could increase it $20,000? What would you do with that? There is a freedom that comes in being able to pay your car off early, or not having to clip coupons when you go to the grocery store, or take your calculator with you. Nothing wrong with coupons. I'm not saying that. Y'all see what I'm saying? There is a certain freedom that all of us need, because as business owners and women, we carry a whole lot of weight on our shoulders, girlfriend. Well, I wear many, 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 many hats. The Beetle Box alone would be a full-time job just for one person. I can carry it because it got added into my plate along the way. But for me to do my education shift for 2026 like I want to, and really hone in, I just have to make some changes somewhere. And look, glitter is good. I love me some glitter, honey. We're going to use glitter tomorrow night when we paint this. I love stuff. I love product, and I have plenty of it. But let me caution you, before you dive into 2026 and spend $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in product, you need to be putting that $10,000, $15,000, whatever you can pull from that. Put that into business coaching. Put that into something like we're talking about now, so that in the next 12 months, you'll not only make back what you spent to get me to come train you, you'll make 10,000 additional in there. If you're already spending 10,000 a year in product, you've made back what you're going to spend in product. You're going to have extra money in your hands at the end of that 12-month period. So yeah, it's just something to think about. And if that would help for anybody, I would be happy to talk to you, let you know kind of how the formula works and that sort of thing, and we'll go from there. Okay. I know you're ready, April. I'll get with you this week on your message that you sent me. Okay. All right, y'all ready? You want to learn some Midnight Majesty tonight, honey? Y'all clear what's in the sale? Okay. Here we go, Gigi. I got to clear my desk here because I put all of these things I was talking to you about. Put this over here. And let me turn on my other light. Thank you for being here. Let me get a wink. You can't wait. Your beater box coming tomorrow, Megan? Good. Look, priority mail is no longer a priority, is it? Nothing gets there in 2 or 3 days no more, honey. You got yours yesterday. What'd you think, Sonny? Girl, you got yours today, Debbie. Yay! I'm so glad. Okay, good. Let me get you turned around here. You're going to see my light just for a second. You're going to see my chandelier, honey. Hold on just a moment. Okie dokie. And turn you around. And here we go. Here we go, Gigi-O. Look, I did not oil my nails on purpose because I keep touching these nail tips and then my paint won't stick. This is Midnight Majesty. These gel paints are in the buy one, get one half sale tonight, okay? So let's prepare our base. Grab our tip holder. And we'll just do 2 of these. Y'all doing good? Let's see, that's a little bit smaller than the one I have on there. Oh, I think we can make that work. I think we can make it work. All right, the 4 new one-stroke brushes. These will replace our red one-stroke brushes. We will only have these 4 sizes from now on. Hold on, let me adjust my camera just a tiny, tiny bit here. Whoopsie, sorry. I have a really rigid, a new camera holder. Sometimes she's hard to move. Okay, we have, look at this pretty handle, how pretty. So now when you go look for your one-stroke brushes, they're gonna be in this right here. We have the one-stroke master, and we also had her name put on the lid. One-stroke master looks like this. She is shorter than a 2.0. She's about a 2.25 with short hair this way. I love this brush. I can tell, like, I reach for this more than anything. So there's our master. We also had a one-stroke baby. And she is about, she's about the size of the top of the 2.0 brush, but much shorter. I would say she's about a 1.75. So a 1.75, about a 2.25. And then we had our very favorite brush, our 2 favorite brushes remade. Let me get these out of here. I know you hear a puppy, so sorry. These are in the buy one, get one half sale. This is one stroke 1.5R, and this is one stroke 2.0. I believe you brought me the wrong 2.0, Keith. Hold on, let me see if I have that one. Just a second here. Hold up. We have a 2.0R for regular, and our 2.0 without the R is a slim fit. Let's see if I have the 2.0 regular. I may not have that one here. Oh, wait. I'm going to show you that one if I have it. Yes, here we go. I found it. R means regular. There is a 2.0 regular width, but there's also a 2.0 slim fit. So if it just says 2.0, look how much more slender she is than the regular. The 2.0 is the length of the brush from here to here. Okay, so this is regular and this is slim fit. I know that looks big on your screen. I prefer regular for petals. Yes, I love that one as well, April. The 2.0 slim fit was a limited edition. I believe there's only 3 of these ones left, and we will not be restocking slim fit. I forget what we had her made for. I think I had it made for a class and I put extra over in the store. Anyway, what's in there of her is all we got. Okay, so that's the 4 new handled brushes. 2 are brand new, the Master and the Baby, and then the 1.5 and the 2.0. Tonight, I'm going to use the Master and the Baby. Let me use those. And here's the watercolor painting up close I'm teaching tomorrow night. Live on my YouTube channel. I'll post a link to the YouTube tomorrow. Look, some of y'all been asking me to teach on YouTube because you can put it on your TV and watch it really, really big. So I thought we would try it tomorrow night since we're kind of sort of not doing nail art, but we are using nail supplies. Is that good with y'all? Yep. Isn't she pretty, honey? Yes, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. All right, let's set us up a palette. Now, the Painter's Pro palettes are also in the sale. It's buy one, get one free buy one, get one half. In the pack, you get both a white and a black palette. This has a little texture to it. If you have been in class with me, you know that these mimic the matte surface of your nails. And we're going to use the white one tonight. Okie dokie. Let's do, what do I want to do? I think we're going to do black nail polish. Let's do a little midnight licorice. Will I go over the sale again? It's almost 200 items, but you can find it on your app and on your website. If you'll click your navigation bar and then just click Personal Picasso Sale, I added everything that's in the sale on there for you guys to make it super easy. That way you don't have to hunt for nothing. What'd she say was in the sale? Girl, it's right there. It's right there. Like this little watercolor palette I'm using tomorrow night, we have only 6 or 7 of those left. So some really limited quantities. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Rhonda. All right, let's put down some black. This is just for our cat eye to sit on top of here. This is Midnight Licorice, 1 coat of black gel polish. I am considering bringing a refill size on for the black and for the white. I would love to know your thoughts on that. Would you use a refill size of black and or white? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now, my one-stroke paint I'm using is navy. This is the limited edition. There are very few of the limited edition short gel paints left. Very, very few. And then I'm going to use the metallic gold. This is a champagne gold. Oh my goodness. Look at these colors to get. Child, quit it. Quit it. That's how we get the variegated tone here. Look at that, how beautiful. Do you do press-ons? If so, nobody does this technique on press-ons. Nobody. Do you do in-salon nails and you want to help increase that $10,000 a year? Girl, look, that $10,000 a year actually doesn't even involve any nail art. It involves no nail art at all. Okay, the cat eye I am going to use. I don't know if you can see that underneath here or not.
Somebody said the Picasso sale's not live.
I put it in my cart and did a practice order, and it was live.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me show you where it's at on the app. I'll show you. Hold on. Where is my other phone? Right here. You can't get into it either. Are you a website or on the app? Because I put in a practice order. So right here, look, you click your 3 little lines and you go right down here, personal Picasso sale, right there. Right there, all your products. You click the link for I'm not understanding the link. So then here, well, that one's out of stock. Obviously it is. So now we add it to our cart. Yeah, maybe clear it. So clear out your app, slide up and do that kind of thing. And now go back. Let's see, where is my app? Go back to your app and personal Picasso sale. Try that. Because it is live on the app. If you can't get it on the app, go over to the website. Okay, where were we? Here we go. I am using Wistful Thinking. Oh, look at this cat eye, honey. I have navy and champagne on my palette. Or navy, I think it's metallic gold on the website. Wistful Thinking is a blue-green cat eye. And let's just kind of pull her over here to the side. I don't really do a cat eye pattern when I'm putting this under my one stroke. I think it's prettier just to kind of sort of have it like this. And let's put it on this one too. Wistful Thinking is a beautiful cat eye. I love these ones that scatter when you use the magnet under the one stroke because it's not overwhelming. Oh yes, honey. Look at that. Oh, child. And look, if you know you're going to put one of your florals right over here, turn that around and do that kind of thing even. It's a beautiful, beautiful cat eye. Y'all good? Everybody good? we're going to use some Velvet Touch matte top coat. Anytime I do one stroke, I put it over that matte. And look, when you get new brushes, this is what we call a knife edge brush. See how she's all pressed together? If you don't leave a little bit of clear gel in your brush and press that back together, her hair will go wonky. Any brush will. So be sure you do that. But your new brushes are packed with cornstarch type of solution. So I just break that free with my fingers. Oopsie. You cannot use artistic matte for one stroke. It doesn't have the texture to it. Artistic matte is a slick matte. You got to have a matte that's that has that grip to it. Those little micro teeth, that's what I call it. If you could look at Velvet Touch matte under a microscope, it's got little teeth to it. It gives it the texture. You figured that out last week. Yeah, artistic matte should primarily be used as a chrome blocker. All right, let's get our Velvet matte on here. And girl, I'm gonna paint this in real time, so watch quick. I am gonna paint this in real time. What happens is we learn a new art skill and we go back to our salon. We're gonna put this on. We're gonna put this on every client we see this week, honey. And the first client we put it on takes us 90 minutes to get it on there because they're wiggly, or then they hit bumped when they went in the light, or something didn't quite come out the right way, and you got nervous, and then you got real sweaty, and your hands got trembly, and you couldn't hold your brush. Can anybody relate to what I'm saying? So then we don't try that technique again that we spent all of that money to go get Miss Tracy to teach us, honey. So we're not going to use it. Christine, I see you. I see you. Miss Tracy has a rule. You need to complete this nail 12 times on a nail tip before you put that on a human, or before you put this on a press-on nail to sell. You will do yourself an injustice otherwise. People will not come back to you for no ugly nail art, honey. Because our industry is too competitive now. It's too competitive for them to leave, especially if you have the picture of my nails sitting there, or, oh, look what Miss Tracy did. Oh yeah, I took her class, I can do that. Okay? Practice doesn't make perfect, honey. Practice makes permanent. You learn it the wrong way, she gonna be the wrong way. Yes, child. All right, so now we have ugly nails with matte top coat on them. All right, so let's load our brush. How many does not know the properties of one stroke paint? Is it okay if I explain that while I'm working here? Because one stroke paint has what we call nano pigments in it. It is very, it's so pigmented, we can't do any nail art with this that's line work, or if we wanted to paint plaid, we can't do it. We can't do it. Those pigments are really, really compressed in there. So it takes a lot for the light to filter through it. I'm talking about the light inside of your lamp, okay? And I'm gonna let me grab a little white. Ruh-roh. Knock my trash can over. So that's why we say you can't paint detail work with one stroke paint. You can do gorgeous ombre. Wait till you see what I'm doing later on this week with ombre. I'm gonna put just a little bit of white where my gold is at, I think. Oh yes. There we go, GGO. So as long as you're using this for ombre or a fan out type of work like I'm doing, you're going to be all right. You see that black hole right there? That's where I'm going to lay my first petal. And one stroke is not one stroke, girl. What row? I'm loose on my nail tip stand. Hold on. One stroke is lots of little itty bitty strokes to form the stroke. Girl, stop. Won't you quit it now? And there's our petal. Oh, she's so pretty. How easy was that? I'm gonna cure that. I don't like to lay second petals down that overlap until I have cured that. Sometimes I'll freeze it, but one stroke paint, the nano pigments are so thick in here, you can't really freeze one stroke paint. What's gonna happen? Somebody that's watched me for a while, what's gonna happen if we try and flash cure our one stroke gel paints? Somebody tell me, boo.
Tammy says wrinkles.
They're going to wrinkle. They will not cure all the way through. So we cannot freeze those. And I'm gonna have to switch this nail tip stand. She gonna wanna come off of there. Now look, I'm picky. Most of y'all think, oh, Miss Tracy, that looks so good. Because I'm so picky and I want the vibrancy brought up a little bit in that. Before I move on, I am going to go right back over that one more time. And now the edge of that is this really pale champagne-y gold. And I'm going to cure. I'm going to set my next nail up. Let's get us a better nail tip stand here. And I pulled out a couple of things for y'all to see tonight. This is on a cat eye base. This is her counterpart. I want you to pay specific attention of how velvety and how smooth those petals are. Can you see that? That happens with practice. You remember, I've done this for quite a while. So if you're going to invest in your paints and your brushes, be patient with yourself. Look at this little guy, how pretty. She fits right in the middle of here. But now look, don't you buy no paints, no brushes without at least grabbing the rookie course. The rookie course, you can get 2 of those courses. You buy one, you get one 50% off this week. Look how beautiful these are. I also have, I was on a purple kick here for some reason. Purple and yellow, isn't that beautiful? Yes, girl. It's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. I'll show you some more in a minute. All right, there's the first petal. Let's put a couple more petals on here. Well, Miss Tracy, how big do you make your petals? Well, that depends on the size nail you're going to be working on. I used to love to put one stroke on a big toenail, especially, and do the baby toes in like a coordinating color, right? Because I had more room to work on the toenail surface than I did on like a ring finger, especially if they had tiny nails. So I want about, 3 petals right there. About 3. Ultimately, I'll add a couple of more, but let's cure that real quick. And there is a movement with your one-stroke brush that your paint, number one, has to be buttery. If you're using a stiff one-stroke paint, you're not going to get that turn in your brush, first of all. Second of all, my brush stays like a clock handle. Look, this coming up, this is a new one I got out. This is coming up later on in the month. These are my little baby books that I sketch in and that I paint in, and I always have one with me on my keychain because I'm weird like that. But girl, I was going to show you something I forgot. Anyway, my mind will think of it in a second. Look, I invested in a really good planner this year. Typically, I'm always hooked on those planners at Hobby Lobby, honey. And my Hobby Lobby hardly has any of them. So I got a different planner, and I have to say, I'm already loving it. I don't think those 2 petals need a second coat. Because I'm going to make them go under the bottom here anyway. Oh. And now I'm going to add, let's add a little baby petal here. And let's add a little baby petal here. About right there. And look, there's our first flower almost done. I'm going to pop her in the light.
Which brush are you using?
I am using the One Stroke Master. This is our new brush. It's our new brush. Look, if you're going to get the Master, get the baby where they're in the buy one, get one half off. And both of those are new. The 1.5 and the 2.0 are not new brushes, but they are new handles. So all of your one-stroke brushes will be in this pink gray handle now. They'll be easy to recognize, right? I'm gonna just touch this little petal here just because I want to brighten it just a little. Okay, look, I like to have 2 brushes loaded at all times. I'm so bad like that. Let me go into this other 2 point, let's see. Let me go into another one. One Stroke Baby, One Stroke Master. Here we go. One Stroke Master. Now I'm going to do my leaves in the same color. I'm not going to put green leaves on here, but I'm going to reverse load my brush. Am I? Hold on. Let me look at my sample. I don't want to get up. Yes, girl, I am. Going to reverse load my brush. Okay, here we go, Gigio. Let's put a few leaves on here. Same size brush. Boing. Little leaf. Leaves don't have to be green in art. Don't let nobody tell you that. You paint your leaf whatever color you want to, right? And I think that's where we get back to, I don't know if Christine is still watching or not. She is a beautiful, she's a fabulous artist. She does watercolor on paper. She did the most beautiful Christmas card for me a couple years ago ever. There's no rules when it comes to artwork other than if it looks messy, nail artists are, child, they're gonna send you to the wolves. Okay? You can do cartoon, you can do eclectic nail art, but even that has to be neatly done. And you know why? Does anybody know why? You want me to tell you? Or you want to take a guess? It's because the artwork, instead of hanging on a wall that they're looking at, it is right here in their face, and they will get this up as close as they can get it to their eye to look at it. That's why. That is why. Let's cure this, and I want to do a second coat on my leaves, and then we'll put the detail on that one. Are y'all bored? You bored with this kind of artwork? Are you good, boo? You love it? Okay. Good deal. I got me a new nail tip here. I'm gonna put this one we haven't worked on there. You're more confident putting artwork on toes? That is an excellent point. Excellent point. It's hard for them to get them toes up in the face, honey, especially if you chonkus like I am. Child. And look, no two of mine ever turn out alike. It's okay. It's okay. This is hand-painted art. This is not stamped out art. Right? Now let's go back over our leaf just one more time here. Thank you for the orders, everybody that's ordering in our sale. We greatly appreciate that. One more, and a little leaf here, a little leaf here, and a little leaf here. I put more leaves on this one than I did the original, but that's all right. That's okay. It's bringing back memories when I was in Phoenix. Good. I would like to come back to Phoenix, just at a different location. I'm telling you, we had a bad experience at the hotel there with the internet and just all the things. So it made it just a little tough. But once we got through that half day, we were okay, weren't we, Cindy? But it kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth for something like that. Anyway, next nail, I'm just going to put me a little guide down here, and I'm going to paint 5 petals. We made it. We made it through it. But I would love to come back there for another class. If you want the same art on each nail, it's definitely not going to be hand painted. Are you saying you go use a decal, girl? Or if they want an exact duplicate, it maybe is what you're saying. Cindy says she'll take out a loan if I come back. Okay, boo, I'll put you on a schedule. I'll put you on a schedule. We're in the process of Queen's Court, planning Queen's Court for next year. Hopefully, I may be able to offer that twice, so stay tuned on that. Again, I'll have that out later this week. Oh, look how quick that was. You'd love to see me in Buffalo? Girl, I've never, let's see, have I been to Buffalo? I have been to Buffalo in the winter time one time. Oh, child, I thought I was going to freeze. I thought I was going to freeze. Now, we got to take our artistic mat and we're going to put a coat of artistic mat on here because we need to block our chrome. If you see here, do you see the detail I've put on the petals? I have chromed all of that, but I've also sealed it up under the top coat. You would travel to Buffalo, Carolyn? See, my problem is when I go into an area, if I don't know nail techs there, it's harder to fill up a course. So I have to have somebody that knows the area that can help me, you know, navigate the class, invite nail techs, that kind of thing. You can help, Megan? Okay, girl. Okay, I'm going to hold you to it, boo. Buffalo, not too far from me. I think that's someplace I could drive into.
What?
Couldn't we? Keith said, what? Look, I'm volunteering him to do the driving. I'm volunteering Keith. Only because, y'all, I am so attached to my doggies. It's unbelievable. And I just don't want to go any place anymore that I can't take them. And it's hard flying with pets, especially when you are, oh, I loaded the wrong brush. Hold on. Especially when you are trying to take your work kit and your product. It makes it tough to travel with 2 puppies on top of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, about 9 hours.
See, 9 hours, not that far. And I love me a road trip, honey. You love the churches? And oh, I would love that. I would love that. All right, let's go over this the second time. I will be in Oklahoma in August. I'm coming back for Carlette's event. And I was trying to wait till we put the class schedule out, but I am partnering with our educator, Valerie. Valerie's usually here on our lives. I'm partnering with her for a class before Carlette's event. What's the name of that event? Somebody help me out. Heartland Nail Expo. Heartland Nail Expo. So I will be right smack in the center of the US of A for a class in August. And then I will follow that up with Heartland Nail Expo. Yes. Valerie and I will have some details on that pretty soon. Girl, I don't even know what city I'm coming to, Valerie. You'll have to tell me, honey. Here we go. Look at this, how pretty. Now that's easy peasy, simple wimple. All I know is, child, it is hot as blue blazes in Oklahoma in August. I thought it was going to melt last year. I wish his hips would have melted a little bit now, because they didn't budge while I was there. Let me tell you, it was, I don't know, Keisha, was that an odd thing that it was that crazy hot? I'm just going to wipe this with a little alcohol. Definitely. So it's not typically that hot, but it is typically that hot.
It is.
It is typically that hot. That's what I thought you was going to say, boo. I just knew it. I knew you was going to say it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, you know what? I can take it. I can take it. I just was not prepared for it last year. I didn't bring the right clothes.
We'll get a pool next time.
Yeah. Keith says we got to have a pool at our Airbnb next time. Oh my goodness. Okay, I am just because I'm picky, I'm just defining a little bit here. I don't want all my petals the same size. Oh, about like that. And let's do a little bit of leaf work. Couple little leaves. Maybe I'll put one here. And maybe I'll put one here and here. About like that. Yeah, I remember on the way home from Oklahoma, we had stopped at a rest area in Arkansas. And this wasn't the heat index. This was the actual temperature was 106. Girl, I know it gets hotter than that in Phoenix, but I was in Phoenix in the wintertime. Can the paints be stored in a paint palette? Yep, sure can. Look, the paint palette is in the buy one, get one half sale. Like I have my my whipped cream in here. I have one over at the office and I got all my one-stroke gels in it and I just fill it as I need it. Then I'm not hunting for the tube each time, you know, that I want to add a color or whatever. Yes, girl, put your one-stroke paint up in there. All right, I'm going to grab, I'm going to grab whipped cream. Hold on. Oh, I got some here. Let's do a 9mm brush. All the detail brushes are also in the buy one, get one half sale. The Personal Picasso sale. Now, I'm going to thin this down. I'm not going to thin it with top coat because our top coat is chrome resistant. I'm going to do a little mixy here. These metallic liners, if you have these, you know they're thinner. These are the consistency of milk. And because I don't want it that gold, I want it more like champagne gold, I'm going to add silver to that. Probably equal, about the same amount of this as the whipped cream. And now we're going to mix her up, honey. Oh, I got a little too much silver in there. But I'm going to chrome it anyway. Let me see. Let me check my consistency. Yeah, got to put a little bit more gold. A little bit more. Did you know you can mix these two, girl? You can mix them because they have the same finish. They're both gel and they both cure tack free. All right, here we go. We're going to, this petal sits on front. Are you seeing that? She's front and center, isn't she? So when we add the detail to her, I'm just lightly going to go around that edge. Wiggle, 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 and pull in. Do you see how tiny that line is? You don't want to see your outline first thing. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle and pull in. And then I'm going to pull down. Look at that hairline stroke. Girl, quit. Pull down and pull down. That's how you outline a petal, not just with one stroke, with anything. You should be practicing those hairline strokes. And the thicker the paint, the thicker the line that's going to happen. Now look, this little petal sits under that one. So pull into the middle and then just stop when you get there. You have to put your coupon code in, Elizabeth. Sale is live right now. Code is Picasso, all capital letters. Oopsie. Look here. Same thing. Pull in a couple little hairlines. I forgot to do one over here. Just one or two. Here. I will be live every night for the next week at 7 p.m. to highlight something else that's in the Personal Picasso sale. Tomorrow night, I'm doing watercolor. I'll be live on YouTube tomorrow night. I'll post it on the Facebook page tomorrow so you don't forget. If you have Alexa or Siri, go ahead and set that reminder. Now, to go to my YouTube channel so you can watch the live. If you'll go hit your subscribe button, you'll get a notification just like you do when I go live on the app. It's Queen Ladybug Nail Supply on YouTube. Is it, or is it? Yeah, yes, it's Queen Ladybug Nail Supply. Now my leaves. And when I do my leaf work, I love to put just a little throat in there. Girl. You got your brushes, Amanda? Thank you. Thank you for the order. Look, we have somebody in our store that's our top customer who orders a whole lot. We're not going to mention no names, but their initials may or may not be Amanda Welch. Amanda, we thank you for all of your support. Child, we love you, boo. Look, Amanda likes the coffee I drink, so every so often when Keith ships her order, she gets a 12 or 24 pack coffee pods in there too, because I may or may not have introduced her to those coffee pods and she can't get it where she lives. So sometimes we throw her a pack of coffee in there, boo. And look, if you're in Beetlebox VIP or Beetlebox Celebrity, did you get your little goodie in the mail for Christmas? Did you get it, boo? You just signed up for Beetlebox. Thank you. Lee, did Amazon send you a Christmas gift? If you bought anything from them this year, did they send you something? Marcy, did Amazon send you anything? I bet you quarter they didn't, did they? Lee says, just me. If you were in my VIP or my celebrity, you got something from my heart, and that took me a little hot minute to create. Girl, my point is, I still see a lot of nail professionals that recommend other nail professionals. Oh, girl, just go to Amazon and get it. I shop on Amazon. I do shop on Amazon. But I am not going to recommend you as a professional to get your nail supplies from there, because I want you to have an MSDS sheet. I want you to have fabulous customer service, exponential customer service. And if you're in my inner circle groups, I want you to know that I think of you often and that we appreciate your business. Look here, girl, let's cure her. Let's give her a cure. Lord, I'm about to go over on my time tonight now. We're going to put some artistic matte on her. Will y'all hang with me tonight? You're going to get tired of me by the end of the week. Where I'll be live all week. You'll be tired of me, girl, if you joined late. Tomorrow night, I am teaching on my YouTube channel. And we're going to do a watercolor on paper tomorrow night. This is what I'll be teaching. Look, don't worry if you can't draw, because you can go on our website tomorrow and grab your pattern. Not only have the pattern sketched out for you, you can get the pattern. We will download the class into your student portal, and you will get a print from my original sent to you, signed and dated. I'm a household name in your shop. I love that. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. This will be up in the morning. I got to have Hillary's help so I get the download exactly right. She's the expert on the student portal, so I don't want to mess up anything before she helps me with that. And then she would have to undo what I would do. Girl, quit. She'd be like, Mama, I told you, right? Last night we had a surprise birthday dinner for her. Me and Rachel, my youngest daughter, and Tim, Hillary's husband, we all figured out, okay, I'm going to make this, I'm going to make this, I'm going to make this. Tim, he grilled, oh my gosh, the chicken he grilled was fantastic. He did a maple, I think it was a sweet maple, and then he did a honey chipotle lime, maybe? So one was spicy and one was sweet. Rachel made homemade mashed potatoes and grilled zucchini with Parmesan. I set up the salad bar, and both my girls have to be gluten-free. So one of them had gotten, I think Rachel had gotten the gluten-free, what's the name of the place, hon? Nothing Bundt Cakes. They do gluten-free dessert. So they had done a birthday cake. And Hillary didn't know anything about it. That's why I had all 5 grands the night before. All 5 grandsons spent the night with us Friday night. So she thought they were just coming to pick up the kids. It was really sweet. We had a good time. I watched toddler movies with the boys while the adults played games. It was really sweet. They love board games, so. And we had cake and coffee. And we just let each other know that we really love you. We're so glad you're a part of our family. And I'm so glad she's part of Queen Ladybug. So we want her expertise loading this portal in the morning before I go live tomorrow night. And you'll have lifetime access to this watercolor. Y'all been begging me. You've been asking me, Miss Tracy, would you please teach us a watercolor class on paper? How many of y'all have asked me for that? So now's our opportunity. Let's do it. Because, girl, we're not getting no younger. If I can go over what's on sale, it's a bunch of stuff. So while I'm painting, the 4 kinds of paints that are the buy one, get one half are the one-stroke paints I used tonight, the our really nice creamy consistency liner gels, our gemstone gel paints, and all of our watercolors are in this Personal Picasso sale. All of our brushes are over there. We've got some palettes over there. Almost, not every online class, but almost any online class that has something to do with using these supplies is buy one, get one half on my online classes. It's all week. But now there are certain things really limited, like some of our detail brushes. I forget which one it was, said we only had 6 left in stock when I was loading my sale today. So it'll tell you if the quantity is super low. You'll be able to see that. Now our middle. Girl, she's so pretty. Let's get us a chrome palette. I'm going to use my triple crown. Oh, come on, girl. My thumb has been really sore on my left hand. I've never had my thumb act up before. And girl, she is showing herself. It was hurting so bad last night. It was hurting all the way up to my elbow. It's right there. I don't know what it is. Girl, if I don't get relief this week, I'm going to get me a shot now. I'm going to get me a shot of a steroid put up in her. Because I've already toughed it out for like 3 weeks. It's just me. It's just me, boo. They do the trick. Yes, I think it's where I'm holding this little tiny chest piece and I film so much, my finger is stuck in that position from holding phones and brush. I figured that's what it was. Yes, girl. Thank y'all for the orders. We really appreciate it. Yeah, I figured that's what it was. Look here. Oh, my goodness. Now we're going to top coat her. You are too, Regina? Look, I've had it in my toes since I taught Queen's Court. It flared up in my left foot because I was wearing cute shoes, honey, on a concrete floor. And I end up taking a steroid pack and an injection on that. And it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. But all I can wear is my tennis shoes. Seriously. Look here how pretty. Oh, goodness. Now let's go in. Let's chrome her. And look, if your nail, these nails are a little bit tinier than what I painted my sample on. If you can fit some scroll work around it, do it. If you can fit some filigree, just have fun with it. But what I don't want you to do is get your supplies and put this on the first person that walks out the door without having your practice nails done. You need 12 nails. Any new design, you need to repeat 12 times. Oh yeah, my sister has RA and my mom just got diagnosed with lupus. So it's definitely time for me to have labs. I'm going to have it done. And just as a precaution, you know, let them know some family history. Just so I can be watching, be on my guard. To my knowledge, I don't have either. Child. Look here. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. My sister is doing much better. She's getting the use of her arm back. They did discover she's had 2 strokes when they did the MRI to figure out what caused the seizure. But they do know that her medication caused the seizure. She's on a diabetic medication and on a thyroid medication too. And for some reason, it wiped out. Her thyroid was like non-existent. So that's what caused her seizure. She might be watching, Mona. If she is, we're so glad she's doing better because her doctor told her that usually those kinds of episodes people don't bounce back from. She's very lucky to be alive. Girl, quit. This cat eye. Girl, I'm glad she's feeling better too. Look, we're trying to plan a sister's trip. We want to go out to where is it? Las Vegas and see the Wizard of Oz show. We're all crazy about the Wizard of Oz. I'm the oldest of 3 sisters. And my cousin Joyce is like my sister, so we're going to take her with us too, honey. Did y'all enjoy this? Here's some of the beautiful, if you get the one-stroke rookie course, I teach all the leaf work, all the petal work, all the petal placement. I really didn't teach you just kind of watched me do it tonight because I can't really go into that detail work on a live like this. But the rookie one-stroke is, let me show you what you learn in that. I've got my book handy here. Wrong book. It's over at the office. So sorry. This one is really pretty. This is a reverse one stroke. Look at this. All painted in white. Girl, look here. And it's got a little bit of pink, a little bit of yellow. So once you get your rookie one stroke, the orders of those one stroke classes are rookie, intermediate, advanced, and elite. So all of your courses are buy one, get one 50 this week in the Personal Picasso sale. Real quick, the gel paints that are in that sale are the Velvet Touch, the liners, the gemstone gels. These are not as pigmented as what these are. They're still quite pigmented, but you can paint like cartoon nail art and stuff like that with these, and you don't have to worry about those not curing all the way through. And then all of our watercolor palettes are also in the sale. And we have 3 or 4 different kinds of watercolor palettes. Brushes, classes, palettes. It's all under the Personal Picasso sale. And your coupon code is Picasso. Please do not check out and not put that code in because you won't get your discount then, okay? Listen, I'm going to see you tomorrow night on my YouTube channel. We are going to paint this little lady. And I will have this, I only had time to paint this one up this afternoon. I'm going to have this painted on a nail tomorrow night as well to show you how I've scaled it down and go from there. This is a 3-inch this way by 4-inch this way. If you want to grab your class pack for tomorrow night, it'll be on the website in the morning and it'll have your pattern. Don't worry if you can't draw. I've drawn it out for you. And all you got to do is print it. I printed mine on 90-pound watercolor paper. 90-pound watercolor paper. I'll show you some tips and tricks for that tomorrow night. But you will get your pattern, you'll get the class downloaded into your portal, and you will get a print of my original artwork sent to you in the mail. The YouTube channel is Queen Ladybug Nails. Let me just make sure it's not under International Nail Art Academy. I'm pretty sure it's Queen Ladybug Nails. Hold up a minute, hold up. Let's see. Girl, won't to play me TikTok live.
Queen Ladybug.
Yes, it is Queen Ladybug. Queen Ladybug Nail Supply. Y'all have any questions? How you doing, Joy? Who grabbed some goodies tonight? You did? You did? Yay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. And I'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to paint this. We'll go into how to put this on a nail as well. And the palette I used for that, there were only just a handful of these ones left. This is the Travel Watercolor Palette. It comes with a little tiny brush. It has a space where you can put some water in here. There is the remnants of this right there. And these are probably one of the more inexpensive palettes that we have in the store. I think it's around $20-ish. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. I only work here. Okay. See y'all tomorrow. Good night.